Order. The Honourable Member for Timmins, James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, well, Canadians are fed up with the ridiculous media war between the broadcasters and the cable giants. On the one hand, you have the cable giants who racked up $2.1 billion in profits while jacking up cable rates year after year. And on the other hand, you have the broadcasters crying destitution after blowing $740 million on U.S. programs. Meanwhile, Canadian consumers are getting gouged, local television is being held hostage, and Canada's amazingly versatile film and television industry is being hung out to dry. What steps will this minister take to put an end to this corporate circus?
Hear, hear. The Honourable Minister of Canadian Heritage.
Well, I appreciate the question, and obviously all Canadians have been paying attention to this important debate, and what we have done are two things most recently that are very important. First of all, we gave a Section 15 requirement to the CRTC that the most important thing they need to do in their consideration and their deliberation over this very important issue is put consumers first. We want to make sure that consumers are put first in this conversation, in this discussion. The second thing that we've done, Mr. Speaker, is we brought together all the stakeholders. That's what he's talking about, is bringing together all the stakeholders. We've done that. We brought together all the partners, and we reached an agreement on Part 2 fees, which gives $450 million in immediate relief to the industry. This is good for all Canadians.
The Honourable Member for Timmins, James Bay.
Well, Mr. Speaker, if the CRTC was doing their job, this minister wouldn't be floating trial balloons about using an order in council to override the CRTC. So the question when he does override, will it be to help his buddies in the cable industry, or will he force the cable giants to put some money into local television, stop consumers from being gouged, and to ensure that the broadcasters meet minimal requirements so that Canadian stories are once again heard on Canada's primetime airwaves?
Way to go, Charlie.
The Honourable Minister of Canadian Heritage.
Well, we are making the investments that he describes in terms of Canadian content. Not only did we arrive at the agreement to bring all partners together with regard to Part 2 fees, we also brought partners together to create the Canada Media Fund. $310 million to do what he describes. Create Canadian content and make it available on multiple platforms so Canadians can see Canadian stories told to Canadians on Canadian platforms. That's what we've done as a government. He criticizes us for getting involved. Look, I'm not going to apologize to this member or anybody else for getting involved to make sure that the CRTC doesn't arbitrate between two big corporate entities, as he describes, but makes sure that the first responsibility of all of us, including the CRTC, is to put consumers first.
The Honourable